The following is a review of the comic. A review only. And doesn't mean that I want to sleep with any of the creators involved. I mean, I'm not trying to get a job at Marvel or DC. If you think that's the case, however, you can kindly do a 180 degree and go check yourself in at the nearest psychiatric facility. Also, the quality of this video is really low. So if you're expecting higher standards, go check out someone else, like your friendly neighborhood psychology nerd. Because here, what you see is what you get. Thank you, and please enjoy this very, very unbiased review.
Hey guys, StarCraft here, and trying to finish up with my Ninja Turtles, so let's get into the grand finale of the initial trilogy of the main crossovers. I'll still be doing Adventures tomorrow, and maybe doing the anime movie, I'm not sure on that one. But let's get right in as we go into Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 and see how everything comes to an end. As we open up, it appears to be, you think it's Gotham for a moment when you're looking down, and as so we're hearing someone saying, "Krang, one of them escaped." What? How could you allow this to happen? Forgive me, Master. Are we in pursuit? Wait. Are we in pursuit? There's no telling where he might have gone. No, there's only one place he could go. Come now, it's time to see the fruit of our labor. As we're seeing Batman observing things, but then we see him in an interesting design as he's talking about the Smile Clan. And yeah, he has a little bit of a smile on him. He heads down there, and someone has arrived asking for his trench coat. As we're seeing, Harley is and her hyenas are all attacking, but something's weird. She's having twin swords, kind of like Karai. And then we see Bebop and Rocksteady, but they're Clayface and Killer Croc. What? What's going on? As then we're introduced to the Joker, or should I rather say, the Smiling Man. Something is screwy going on here. As Batman shows up, as Joker and Smiling Man is trying to get this crystal. But then we get the Turtles. Raph shows up, looking very much like Red Hood, taking down Bebop. And we're then introduced to Donatello, looking very much like Red Hood. We have Donnie, looking very much like Damien. Sorry. And then we have Leo, looking very much like Nightwing. Something is just seriously messed up in this world. We're basically in a world where both the Turtles universe and the DC universe have merged. Yep. And yeah, for a brief moment when the Smiling Man is holding the crystal, and Batman sees him as the Joker. But he's completely confused by that. No one knows what he's talking about, and they get away. We eventually cut to, and we also have Gordon meets up with this legit cop named Casey Jones. Nice. And then we're finding out about how at Wayne Enterprises, a bunch of pizzas are always delivered and Lucius Fox pays for them, but they're always then tossed down into the trash. Well, specifically, they're tossed down there, but they're really sent down to the Batcave where the Turtles get them. And we have Splinter in the Alfred role, Tux and everything, the Laughing Man, not the Smiling Man. And Bruce is concerned. He's like, I know something, but I don't know what it is. And yeah, we find out that Splinter has been the one raising Bruce in this universe. And basically I was saying how they've all been trained in the way of the ninja. But then all of a sudden, we get the Mirage and Raphael showing up. Drawn by Kevin Eastman for this one. And yeah, he's basically like, this is all wrong, and you all know it. The pieces of this world aren't in the right places. They've been screwed with, and they've been screwed with to make you all weaker, to keep you from fighting back. It's up to us to set things right. And I promise it's only going to get bigger and weirder from here. And sure enough, we find out about Krang. He is in the Anti-Monitor's body as a suit. And it's going to be called Crisis in a Half Shell. Wow. This is the final story. This is going to be an epic finale. And now, of course, Batman and the Turtles are chewing out Mirage Raph and asking him, like, what's going on here? I also like how the dialogue, the text thing, actually looks like a little bit more like the old Mirage text. They all come in to fight, and they all fight him. And Splinter makes an observation of he's toying with you, and yeah, they put up a good fight. And everything, but he's like, you're looking at the original Raphael package, Raphael #1. They're confused because you don't know who you are, who you're meant to be. And we then have Eastman give us a condensed version of the origin for the original Mirage Turtles. You know what we know of, Boy and the stuff with Hamato Yoshi and Oroku Saki, Turtles and everything. Even love this. It's the original shot, but from a different angle. Yeah, I really like that. But then Batman calls on saying it's a lie. My brothers and I have all been raised by Splinter after my parents were killed in an alleyway. Splinter raised us and taught us. Yeah, Raph then says, yeah, that's not your story, but I'm getting to that. And he then tells his Leo and Donnie this device. And he's like, how am I going to connect this? Don't ask me. You've always been the guy that does machines. As we then find out how it was a typical day for Raph. He said he was trying to get out to punch something that wasn't his brother's. But when he tells him, we get red skies. Crisis. All of a sudden then we get this giant tower forming in the middle of their Manhattan. And Raph and his brothers have all been tackled and taken. As Krang is walking around, basically saying how, yes, I found you. I finally found you. In all the worlds, in all the multiverse, I finally found the great progenitors. And trust me, Turtles, you have never faced anything like me. This confirms my suspicion. I have no counterpart in the original world. If all the other iterations of the Turtles come from you, and you never fell by my hand, this explains my failures. As then he's ready to merge the two worlds into making it something that he could win. As we also see Batman, the progenitor Batman, the main DC Batman, but looking like his old school look. I mean, for a moment I thought that was supposed to be the animated version, and it ain't. And then, well, it turns out that apparently Krang somehow beat the Anti-Monitor somehow. I have no idea how. But yeah, they're trying to merge the world. Until thanks to Batman, they're able to get out and escape thanks to a trick that Houdini had taught him. They get a device and everything, keep making their way through. But they're ready to put up a fight so they can buy some time. And Raph ends up being the last one that's still standing as all the others are recaptured. As he makes his way in using the device to transform himself to this world. And then he basically explains how, yeah, you've dealt with Krang. I haven't. You know what to do. And basically, yeah, merge your history and muddling you up so you couldn't resist him. And basically they're saying like, hey, I'm not the clever one. You're the ones who have to do something about it. And we see the Laughing Man being proposed to by Krang to help him out. Again, this is getting pretty epic. As we get into the next issue, where we actually get the origin of Batman and the Turtles during this. At one point, there are a bunch of TCRI chemicals that are being loaded into a truck, and Joe Chill shows up and sticks it up. He wants the truck. Meanwhile, after seeing Zorro, we see that Thomas Wayne bites Bruce and 4 turtles. They go down an alley, and Joe Chill drives the truck right into the Waynes. They push Bruce out of the way. The mutagen and the turtles fall down the drain as Bruce is freaked out, seeing his parents' mangled corpses. Yikes! and he goes down there, finds them and Splinter raised them. That's their history in this. But he's starting to feel like I'm starting to remember different things now, and he doesn't know how to make of it. And basically, and Splinter's still there to take care of him, to help comfort him, I should say, much like Alfred would. And then we're having the Turtles are trying to figure out something to do. The two Raphs are starting to get at odds. Please, a Raph can't get along with anyone, can he? But yeah, they're still trying to figure things out. Meanwhile, they decided, they need to find April to wake people. They had to start waking people's memories up. Meanwhile, we then go to Wayne Manor as we see Bruce enters in, just looking around. It is completely decrepit. And meanwhile, we see that April is much like in the original comics, she's an intern for a lab assistant, I should say, for Professor Stockman in this universe. But then, as she's going through, she gets ambushed by the Laughing Man. Basically, Krang has ordered him to take her out before they could be she could be woken up. But then the Turtles all come in and put up a fight. And then we see, though, at the manor, Alfred is there. Once he sees Bruce, he remembers everything, and hugs Bruce. As Bruce then starts to remember the original history as well. Now, meanwhile, the Laughing Man is still fighting him off, and as he gets the original Raph's location, he contacts Krang, and the Raph is teleported. But before he does, he tells him the smile must become the foot again, as the Laughing Man leaves. But now April remembers, and she's asking, what are we going to do now? And then they realize, they got to do something. Batman now remembers everything, goes back down into the Batcave, saying that we have to fight. Meanwhile, Oroku Saki is just training when the Turtles show up, saying, we need you. Yep. We then see that they're hearing how the foot now is rising, and the Shredder is taking over. Sure enough, just like in the last mini, showing how charismatic he can be, Shredder is starting to regain all of his truth, waking them all up, trying to bring them all back under one roof, but under their agreement, not kill anyone. And so far, they're getting ready to go after the Laughing Man to try and attract Krang. And again, the Turtles, they have not fully remembered everything yet still. Mostly because they are the most drastically altered. So yeah, but they're still trying to, we're not doubting your skills and everything. And even Batman hasn't fully remembered. Meanwhile, the Laughing Man is calling out to Krang, saying, you promised me this world. So Krang gives him some some technology to help him out. April goes to the GCPD and look at Casey, giving him his stuff, and he remembers everything right away. Oh, hell. And then the Laughing Man is basically going into GCPD, was trying to go after going after Casey, when then the Turtles try to talk sense into the Laughing Man. But it ain't working yet. But Casey comes in and they put up a fight still. And then the Shredder puts in a big broadcast, basically calling forth for the Foot Clan, and that they will bring those who do not heed his call to his knees. And the Laughing Man is not happy. Then Gordon sees the Batman properly, and he remembers everything. I love it. And this is one of those awful things with dimensions and robots and all sorts of stuff that gives me migraines, isn't it? Meanwhile, Splinter and Batman are all starting to remember everything as they're trying to figure out what to do next. Batman has a family, but he thinks that Batman has to fight alone. Remembering the wrong thing. Then we have the Laughing Man come and confront the Shredder. And, it leads into a big fight. They're at Ace Chemicals. as the fight continues on until Laughing Man falls into the same vat. At the same time, then Harley remembers everything. Oh, yeah, and that did the trick. Geez, we're really in a rough spot, ain't we? How about I sit this one out, alright? I'll take the con and Arkham over Crisis any day. But what about Mr. J? Joker comes on out, and he uses the Krang's device to summon all the troops. You didn't really think I was going to help you, did you? We then get into the next issue as the Batman and the Turtles are all fighting the foot soldier and the foot drones, or the just basically all the robots. As Batman basically, and Joker even says, "I don't care who rules the multiverse, so long as I'm ruining your day." Just constantly laughing. Oh yeah, you see, and see, Bat, you, me, the whole family, and a crowbar. It's like good times. Saying that is when Batman remembers Jason, and then starts to remember everything else, as he realizes there's something he needs to do as he swings off. Shredder and Splinter keep fighting alongside each other, and yeah, basically they're still working together. As the Foot Clan then start, all come in and start fighting against the robotic troops. They all get inside, the turtle van and drive off. As the turtles come in, jump on in through the portals, they all go through to where Krang is. As Krang is just pissed off, like, where are they? They should have been eliminated by now. The turtles are all sneaking around, basically trying to figure out what to do and everything. How are they going to stop all this? Meanwhile, Alfred, April, and Splinter are trying to find Bruce, who's activated the bat signal. And basically they're trying to figure out what's he doing. The turtles all find themselves, and they all mostly get along. Raph even saying, like, I know fighting's our thing, but maybe let's save it. As they keep on moving through, as basically he's starting to remember, again, he starts to think about himself as a loner. Alfred tries to say, no, sir, I've always been there, and I always know that's what's just never been you. To which Batman says, I know. And he basically says, right at that moment, the Ultra Technodrome shows up. Then Batman says, Batman's never been alone, as the rest of the Bat family show up. We then see that the Turtles have been able to, and to also set free the other Batman, as they're now trying to figure out what to do, as Krang is looking for them. And then he finds them. As they all start to run, try to get out of there. They're trying to figure out a way to basically disrupt everything. Then Batman, all the others show up to help out. They all come charging in. As we go into the final issue of this monumental crisis. Meanwhile, you have Casey and the Shredder and fighting against, and the Foot Clan fighting against the robots. As Harley is trying to help out Joker. But then Shredder is ready to take him down. It's a Bishop. This universe has finally gone insane. As we have the two Batmans sticking together. I love it. Let's stick together. I got your back, Batman. As they're all fighting off against Krang, realizing that if they take down Krang, they can bring the entire system down. It's just basically a big, huge action sequence as everyone is fighting, trying to figure out ways to disrupt the suit and the antimatter, all that. Again, everyone is just putting in their all. I mean, that's what I'm just saying. This mostly is a big fight. So many character interactions. Oh, hey, Shredder, you seeing this? The worlds are out of sync. They appear to be splitting apart back to their natural forms. But in other words, things are starting to fall apart, starting to naturally break apart again, which is good. And then, basically saying, basically saying, I'm fighting for my family. You should get back to fighting for yours. Everything is just starting to really go up. All the progenitors are sent back then. They all are starting to make their way back to the portal to send them home. The Turtles start going in and go first with a cowabunga. Batman leaves with a smile, to which even Nightwing says, see, Bruce, told you could smile more and you'd still be pretty awesome. as they continue to go after Krang, then Krang does something pretty grotesque. He have him taste his power and tries to force them into a merger into this Batman Turtle abomination. But through sheer force of will, they all separate, ready to deal with them one more time as everything is just starting to blow up. And then they detonate everything, blowing everything to Kingdom Come. The Ultra Technodrome explodes. But because of this, and turned out all of their interactions were due to Krang's machination of keeping the world so close together. Now the universes are separated. The Turtles got their memories right near the end, and but they are going to always retain their other memories. So they will always have this other lifetime, and Bruce would know and would like to actually have brothers alongside of him. As they all leave, and this is the grand finale because now the two worlds are separated enough that it's not going to happen again. They're going back to how they were, and well, everything is calm, cool, collected, and it ends with Batman saying, Alfred, put in an order for a big stack of pizzas. We're staying in tonight. And thus that ends this. That was a fantastic wrap-up finale. What more could you ask for? It takes everything they've been building up to with the notion of Batman and the Turtles as being close, and actually plays up with the notion of Batman as a family, something James Tynion always does. The artwork is incredible. Seeing Kevin Eastman working alongside Freddie E Williams was very good and very fun. They have similar styles in many ways, and just having Krang be the big villain and all that, trying to the merged worlds, all of it was just fantastic. That's all I can really say. Now, when I get into doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Batman Adventures crossover tomorrow, it's going to be different. It's going to be fun, but different. Not going to match the epicness of this, but it's still going to be entertaining. So see you guys on that one. Take care.